Thanks, Neil. Neil popped up a link right there. And there's also some primitive brushes that come with ZBrush, I think. I don't know that they're here. Maybe IMM. There they are right here. So these IMM primitives, they're a little bit different than the ones I have. Mine are here. But it comes with a bunch, and they work just fine too. They're just a little different. Oh, YouTube's back up? Really? Inspire? Holy cow. Wow. I don't know how that happened. That's cool. All right. Okay, let's see. Kyle's been fighting. He really is fighting the bots. Good old Kyle. Just popped up on your phone. Interesting. Well, thanks for letting me know. Okay, let me reset this. I'm sorry if you watch me all the time and you find me repeating myself, but for those of you that are new and you don't know these things, I like to talk about how ZBrush works in certain interesting ways. And with insert multi-mesh brushes, it will insert the object. Oops. It will insert the object in the last known rotation of this gizmo. So, hey, what's up, HD? For example, if I insert this cylinder, I start to drag it, and then I hold down Shift to snap it. It didn't work. Let's see. There it goes. I hold down Shift to snap it. It's going to snap to the last known rotation. See how this gizmo is in this weird rotation? So I need to reset this to be on the world axis like this. And then when I insert sphere, it will snap to be straight like I want it. Okay. When you end up dynameshing, what's a good resolution? I don't really dynamesh too much anymore. I use Sculptress Pro more than Dynamesh. But Dynamesh is completely dependent on the size of your character in the size of your scene. So it's one of those, you have to experiment with it, try it a few times to get the resolution that you need. Okay. Yeah, you reset the pivot. You basically click on this, this right here. Hold down Alt and click on this, and it will reset the pivot to match up with the world. Hey, what's up, comics? What happened? Like, YouTube decided to pull it. So, hey, what's up, Daniel? Okay. That's about where I want these eyes, I think. Let's split these off. And for this, I think I'm trying to decide if I want to do this or not, if I want to separate the bottom jaw off or not. But I think I'm going to leave it and open it. Okay. Hey, Jamie, I'm still just blocking out this character. I want this to go a little bit higher than I have it. Hey, Jimmy, how you doing, man? I am doing well. Jimmy, I saw your new kind of company thing going on. That's cool. Looks fun. I love that logo. I love the characters in that logo. The logo looks like a character itself. If Disney called to you today saying they're going to be relaunching Disney Infinity 4, would you go back? You know, I might be interested. I don't know though. Yeah, I don't know. Because they Disney are kind of doing it still. It's called the Toy Box, and they did approach me to work on it. The company is down in Florida, and they've kind of brought the Infinity toys forward into a new line called Toy Box, but they're articulated now and they're larger, and so that's pretty dang cool. But I'm I'm not working on those. I could have, but I'm not right now. So yeah, a dog. I'm doing a Sandro Clouseau design. You can see it right here for a second. I'll just give you a little peep. The reason I don't have it up here is because I don't know if it has copyright issues. YouTube's been shutting down stuff left and right for copyright stuff, so I didn't want to do that. Your early logo was a bunch of characters. Oh, awesome. We want the more readable logo. Yeah. Still with charm and the feel. I like the color separation of the logo too. And feel free to post the link to your new gig in here if you want to share. Oh, never mind. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, he posted. Okay. Thanks, Neil. Yeah, that's a link to Jimmy's Instagram. So if you guys don't know who Jimmy Levinsky is, go check out his stuff. Follow him on Instagram. He's another fantastic. Well, I shouldn't say another. He is a fantastic character artist to follow. You said you use Sculptus Pro. Is that after combining with Dynamesh? I don't really use Dynamesh. I combine them using a different method called, I'll be doing that shortly. But it's called Remesh by Union. It's kind of like using Live Boolean without using Live Boolean. Character.design. Oh, sweet. Okay. Yep. Shameless plug for Jimmy. As a ZBrush user, what texturing software do you prefer? Probably Substance Painter to anything. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, let's combine these guys now. Well, let me hollow out his inner mouth more. Okay. Hey, Cyril, how you doing? Okay. Let's save this. And subdivide it once. Okay. I don't think I'm not gonna merge the ears in this time. I think I'm gonna leave them separate, just so I can move them around. Why not? It's really fun launching your own brand, which of course you know all about. Yeah, it's an eye opener, honestly, and it's scary until you do it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, this is possible. I can do this. What was I so scared about? It's like the fear of the unknown sort of deal. Hey, what's up, Charlie? Thank you. Especially here in the U.S., the biggest thing here in the U.S., there's no. It's difficult with the health insurance thing, you know, because usually health insurance is associated with your place of business, like your work, and when you go to work for yourself, where does the insurance come from? All that kind of stuff. It's a pain. But I found a decent solution, so far so good. Okay. Okay, here we go. Ready? We're gonna stitch this together. And what you want to do is kind of reset this gizmo to the center of the world. Like this. Okay. Let's see. It's right here. Underneath the gizmo, you can find it under this gear, and it's called Remesh by Union. Just click that, and it stitches it all together. And it gets rid of interior geometry. You just say accept, and there we go. So let me see. Okay, so this head is rather small compared to the rest of this scene, and it's based off of the density of local Sculptress Pro is based off of the size of your model in the scene. So I will typically scale my model up so I can have more resolution. Okay, so I'm going to turn on these pizza boxes here, what we like to call them, and scale it way up. Something like this. The option you just used, merge all like Dynamesh, it stitches them all, but without rebuilding the surface. So the difference is Dynamesh will rebuild the surface, whereas Remesh by Union will only stitch the objects together and add these little triangles only at the point of intersection, and it will get rid of the internal geometry. So that way, like I said, you're not rebuilding the surface, but it doesn't matter either way. You can use Dynamesh. There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes with Dynamesh, I find that, like if I have fingers or if I have something too close to each other and I don't get the resolution right, it will stitch those things together and cause like a little bridge between the fingers, and it'll just do some things that I don't necessarily want to have happen. And the Remesh by Union doesn't do those things. It just looks at the surface and stitches them. It doesn't try and for example, let me see. That's wrong. No, I was going to say if your mouth is closed, it won't stitch it together, but it will. It will stitch it together. But it doesn't have the envelope like Dynamesh does. If that makes sense. Okay. Right. Turn on symmetry. Thank you. Turn off the mesh. Okay, now we have this. And now what we can do is go to just pick a brush that works with Sculptress Pro, like the snake hook brush. Turn Sculptress Pro on, and then go to stroke. Go to Sculptress Pro and turn adaptive size off. Because by default, the density of your triangles for Sculptress Pro is bound to your brush size. And personally, I don't like that. I like it to be bound to the world. So I turn adaptive size off. And now I can do a test and kind of just hold down smooth and drag it across the surface. And you can see this is the size of my triangles currently. And I have to decide if I like that or not. I think I want to go a little bit smaller. Okay, and so I'm going to grab, in my user interface, the Sculptress Pro stuff is right here. There we go. So that's a better size. And you also want to make sure dynamic subdivision is turned off. YouTube is gone again. Oh goodness, I'm sorry. Well, I would watch on Twitch. Twitch is probably the best place to watch. So now I can make my brush really small, and the triangles are the same size, or I can make my brush gigantic. Triangles are the same size. See that? So now I can get rid of my poly groups if I want to, and we're good. Oh, you're on YouTube? Well, what's going on? I don't know. I'm glad you're still able to watch over there. Okay, I'm just kind of smoothing this stuff out. You can still see some of the facets left over from the original mesh. Just smooth those out. So after I do a remesh by union, I will typically just, hey, what's up, Ashley? How you doing? A cubed in the house. Did you wait until I said you had to have waited until I said snake hook. Just like waiting in the wings. You're just like, is he gonna say it? Is he gonna say it? Because I just barely said snake hook when I was talking about Sculptress. I swear. Oh, funny. So you guys, Ashley's another sculptor here on Pixologic's live Twitch channel or YouTube streaming channel. And she does awesome monsters. And she uses a snake hook brush all the time. So we have this running joke that if I say snake hook, Ashley will show up. Like Beetlejuice. All right. And Ashley's also a triple threat, at least a double threat, but I like to say triple threat because she can also do stylized characters and monsters. Urgh. And do them well. Thanks for dropping by, A Cubed. Always a pleasure. All right, pulling this up. I know, I just like to say triple threat because it's fun. A cubed. Do you know why it's A cubed? It took me a minute to figure it out. What's your, well, I don't want to say your full name, but her name is her first name or middle name or her last name all start with A, I believe, correct? So A cubed. Is that right? Is that where it comes from? Am I right? Did I figure it out? And awesome artist. Yeah, that works too. Which is also correct. I can't go with just my first and last name. She's a famous. Oh, are you serious? Oh goodness. I had a bout with that with my original URL. So my original URL is 3D Toons, like 3D Toons, like TOONS, like cartoons. And I had it for years and years and years until all of a sudden people started making like pornographic cartoon characters. And then all of a sudden they moved in all around my URL like bad neighbors into a bad neighborhood, right? I'm just sitting there on the good old internet. Yeah, and then all of a sudden like, yeah, you guys don't go there, but 3dtoons.net, horrible cartoon porn site, you know, or .org or whatever. All these other so I still own the .com, but now it points to 3D Character Workshop. That's mainly why I changed my name. And yeah. Please start from basic. I started this at the beginning of the stream about an hour ago. So this will be on YouTube later on if you want to watch from the beginning. Yeah, so that was fun. That I loved 3D Toons. That was I thought that was a clever name until, you know, until the bad neighbors moved in. But then whenever I said 3D Tunes, they thought I was meaning like TUNES, like music. And so that was also another bash against it, I guess. Thanks, Neil. All right. Let's see here. Hey, Sneer, how's it going? All right, I want to build up these eyebrow volumes. I guess the other option for me was to start going into those kind of cartoons, but any concept for today? Yeah, it's off on a different screen. Any updates on your 3D printing adventures? Yes. So, I did show this earlier on stream, but my buddy Jake from Formlabs, he sent me another 3D print that he has, and a UPS guy picked it up, and it was supposed to go FedEx. So yeah, I can't make this stuff up. So UPS had to ship it back to him so he could turn around and ship it back FedEx. It was all labeled FedEx, but the UPS guy picked it up anyway. So yeah, Jimmy, you and me both, brother. Yeah, they're like, can you do everything? Like everything? I'm like, oh goodness. So anyway, that's still getting sent to me, but I did get one package with a couple, and I can show you this one. Not close up, but there you go. Check this out. So this is Kate. This is my the character that I modeled for my online course. This is Kate from No One Lives Forever, a Monolith game. So yeah, huge. Yeah, super big. And then the face turned out great, and the hair. I love to see it this big, really big. Yeah. So yep, and the base is over there, but yeah, so she's actually taller than the pirate girl. Jake also printed the pirate girl out there back here, but check out how much bigger it is. Yeah, it's quite a bit bigger. Oh goodness. All right. Back to the ZBrush. And then yeah, and then I have some other ones coming, including a cowboy and so you can see well, it's kind of hard to see the cowboy that's riding on this dinosaur right here, this one. Both my friend, another streamer on here actually, Steven Anderson, he helped me 3D print that and key it, and this was all printed in parts because with that cantilever design, I thought it might have to have some wire going up the leg so it would have the support it needs so it wouldn't fall over. And I guess I can grab that one too and show you. Okay, so see this cantilever design? This has a whole bunch, it's hard to see, but it has seams, like keys in it. And I actually sculpted this guy during the ZBrush live streams, like over a bunch of sessions. Anyway, it's this leg is keyed in half, so a piece of wire can go up that leg and support it. But it turns out with this base, the key in the base is good enough to hold it up. And yeah, like this. So see, like nothing underneath. So it holds the whole thing up because I wanted, the original design of this was done by my good friend Kevin Keel that I worked with at Avalanche, and I loved this design because it was like this dinosaur in this full run with this rider on the top of it. Really cool. And so Jake's printing this guy again with no keys in it. The cowboy is keyed, but the dinosaur doesn't have any, and I want to paint that up. So Yeah, super cool. Okay. Thank you very much. Love that dino. Thanks. Okay, back to ZBrush. All right. Need to strike a license deal with Disney so I can. Oh yes, yes you do, man. Those are probably the best Robin Hood and Little John models I've ever seen by far. So, and if you guys haven't checked them out, go check out Jimmy's Instagram. They're awesome. You paint them too? Yeah, I'm going to attempt to. What kind of paint would? So it's this. It's the stuff you can get at Hobby Lobby called Vallejo colors. It says model color on the front. It's just acrylic, but it's kind of a fine mix acrylic. And you can airbrush it and you can paint it with brushes. So it works for both, and it's really bright colors. Yeah, it's kind of expensive. This little tiny bottle is $5. So yeah. And then I found this awesome airbrush. Look at this. This airbrush, this is just on Amazon, but it comes with this is an air compressor. And so you look. It's like a USB-C powered air compressor. You just plug it in. This is nuts. Because back in the day, back in like the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, I ran an airbrush business, and I have a big compressor and all sorts of airbrushes and stuff. And if I had something like this, it would have changed everything. So yeah, this is nuts. And this is like $80. Vape pen. Oh goodness. Totally. Whoops. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, so the airbrushing, it's just when it goes through an airbrush and you paint it on that way, you do have to do masking so it doesn't get everywhere, but the application is so smooth rather than putting it on with a brush. So you're not going to be covering up the details and things like that. It just is a nice coverage. So I think you should open up a new course on 3D printing and painting. Thanks, Tom. Yep, I'm working on it, but I do cover some of it in my course, just not painting, the painting part. What do you use for masking? There's a couple things. One of them is actually like I've used this stuff called Frisket. It's normally used for watercolor masking, but it works on models as well. I think Citadel makes some. And then you can actually use Silly Putty. So you can use Silly Putty to temporarily cover like the keys and stuff like that, and then paint it, and then like just jam the key into the Silly Putty and not. Yeah, so it's like a temporary mask that you can easily pull off. And but anyway, and you can just use pieces of paper and things like that to mask off certain areas. Tape. Okay. Yeah, the leprechaun. Right, what's the next original? I don't know. I was thinking about that, and I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet. It's like I imagine it being like I've gotten some on my fingers, but I imagine it being like rubber cement. I used to do that with my like put rubber cement on your fingers and then pick it off like a scab or like skin or something. Can I see the oh, I don't have a oh, is the concept for this? Yeah, I can pull it down for a second. So it's this. It's Sandro Clouseau is who drew this originally. I don't know if it's meant for anything, but I don't want to keep it on the screen too long because I don't want YouTube to shut me down. That's happened before. I don't know if that belongs to any license that would get it pulled from YouTube, but I guess YouTube, I guess it's still going, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of Scooby-Doo-ish. I don't think it is Scooby-Doo, but it's similar. It looks like a Great Dane, at least. Hey, Earl, how's it going? Where are you? Like physically? Okay, let's see. Fill brush. I live in Utah. You know where Utah is? In the US. Where am I mentally? I don't know. That's a good question. Got my mic too high here. Yeah, I picture this dog as more gray than brown. So I think after I get him colored, he'll be a bit different. And then the way his muzzle is shaped is a bit different. Am I using a Cintiq? I am. It's a 27-inch Cintiq from a couple years ago. Let's see. Would you ever choose a screenless tablet? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I worked on a tablet for years and years. And I'm actually considering going back to a tablet just because of desk real estate. Um, but I don't know. A Cintiq is not necessary. It just helps you when you're doing precision stuff. It's not going to help you be a better artist. It's just going to speed up your workflow, if anything. Oops. Okay, switch back and for ergonomics, good to give your neck a break. Yep, so simpler task, use a desk Intuos. So behind me, I have an iMac and I have an Intuos hooked to that thing. And yep, so a tablet will give you a better posture. A Cintiq, you kind of have to lean over and right now I have a widescreen monitor above this screen, and sometimes my neck hurts from looking up at it and stuff, and it doesn't give you the best posture either. So because eyes a little smaller. If I sold all three screens, I could pick up a 40. Oh, what were you saying? Do you see the Human? The 4K screen? I have not seen that. Running a challenge to do artwork of what you would say to yourself 10 years ago. Oh, interesting. Man, what would I say to myself 10 years ago? Whoops. I was working at Disney Interactive 10 years ago. And I was on a Cintiq, let's see, I was on a Cintiq 24 HD at the time. I like that one a lot because it had buttons on the side, whereas this one, it has the remote, but I don't ever really use the remote. Art still art, keep drawing, don't quit. Nice. So you have to make art showing what you would say to yourself? That's kind of, that's strange. Let's give this guy some eyelids if we can. Well, let's see. Let's see if I have his eyes correct here. Yeah. Neil. Thanks, man. Hey, Zofo. What's the artworks I've seen in a self-portrait? Jimmy, you got that one right. Oh my gosh. I remember when Bitcoin just barely first came out and thinking about investing in it, and I decided at the end of it, I'm just like, nah, I'll pass for now. You know, and I'm like regretting. That's back when it was like super, I wouldn't say unstable, but questioning, you know, like what is going to happen with this stuff and is it going to be a thing at all? And the stock market is nuts. For sure. You know, one thing I do really like about the Sculptris Pro workflow is you can paint the color on it, and it for the most part it holds up, like meaning you don't have to subdivide it to get enough density to hold the colors. So let's just, I want to add a little bit of color here. Like I said, I kind of picture him as a bluish gray, something like this. Okay. And then I'll make his nose. Here's a tip for you guys. When you're doing coloring, oops, is if you have a brand new model and you have not filled it with color yet, all the pieces and parts that are separate will be filled, quote unquote, with any color that you have over here. So if I go like this bright ass red right here, so you can see this, everything changes to that red, okay? But it's slightly darker than this red because it's indicating that you don't have that subtool currently selected. So if I select this nose, it's going to be that's going to be that version of red right there. Or select the eyes. That's essentially how it shows you what you have selected. I'm just holding down Alt and clicking between these pieces. But if you've actually filled your object with a color like this head now, it's not going to change to that color any longer. But a little tip that you can do is you can eyedrop this color and say, I want the nose to be a slightly darker version of the color that I have. And you can see that it's giving me that on this nose right here. So I can actually eyedrop a color off of this nose and it goes a little bit darker. And now it's giving me a half a shade darker. I'm like, ooh, I like that nose. It's even darker, but it's still in the same family as this color. So I'm going to do that. And then grab the nose like this and take a look, and yep, that's good. Fill it. Done. Now with the ears, I like the ears just a little darker. And then the eyes will be a lighter version, of course, but not all the way. There you go. Is there a setting somewhere for selection tolerance? I have to make my brush super small to alt select different parts. So selection is based off of the points. So make sure you are selecting a point. So if your mesh is very, very low resolution and you're selecting a face or an edge, it's not going to select very well. So make sure you, that's probably what's happening. So if it's something like this eyeball, for example, you can see the little red dot pop to these different points. Make sure that you select a point to change. Anyway, you'll see it. That's probably what's going on. Can you say my name, please? Egwatu? Is that how you say your name? That's I apologize if I butchered it. Okay. For this, I'm just going to leave the eyes for a minute. Oh yeah, Nevin. We actually did that last time we were using, learned that last week. So if you put smooth to 0, still gets you new geometry, but the forms do not get destroyed. Yeah. Very good tip, thanks. Okay, so this hard paint, see, I can paint without needing to subdivide. Wait, what Ghost of Christmas Future? I haven't seen you forever, man. Approaching the anniversary of your first live stream on Pixologic? Are you kidding? Heard an ad that the Country Music Awards. What? You joked about us watching you over there. Oh yeah, yeah. I can't remember. I can't believe you remember that. Holy cow. Well, thanks, longtime fan, Ghost of Christmas Future. It's crazy. I wonder when my first stream was. I'll have to look that up. So this looks like an older dog, and it's kind of signified by how droopy the eye shape is hanging down over his cheek line. And then by like the wrinkles underneath his eyes. Oops. What did I do? I hit something to paint. Oh. Okay. Weird. Shapes are looking solid already. Thank you very much. I told myself I was going to slow down a little bit more on these streams because I'm always going like 100 miles an hour trying to do these things. Monday, April 3rd. Oh, so April 3rd, 2017. So we've passed it. Right? 2017. Holy cow. Four years of streaming. When did you start, Ash? Are you still here? I think she started fairly close to when I did, or earlier. Hey, what's up, Brad? Yeah, 4 years. It just blew by. Indie 3D. Yep, I'm new to ZBrush. Just learned that document save does not save your 3D model. That is true. The best place to save your model actually is over here in the tool menu under Save As, right here. And that will save your model. You can see here's all of my Z tools. They're called Z tools. That's where I like to save mine. Mine was in February 2017. Ah, you got me beat. Awesome. It's crazy it's been that long. Dang. Okay. I'm just going to do some adjustments here. Now that I have the colors in, I want to shrink his head in from this side. You may have a quick save if you want that. Yeah, don't rely on quick saves though. This is true. So I like your name, SK Wigglesworth. Yeah, so quick saves will save projects, not ZTools. And projects are good because they save everything, but they're also bad because they save everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. They save all of your current brush settings, and they save all, if you have a whole bunch of tools loaded up over here on the right-hand side, they'll save all of them into one project. And they can get gigantic in a hurry. So I like to just keep things lean and clean and just save my ZTools. I use projects for starting files only. I have a starting file. It's this ruler file right here. And you can see under projects, it's right here. And I give this project away if you want to go grab it over on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. And I use that to store and save all of my settings. And then I load ZTools into that. It's like a kind of a ZBrush reset to open up that project and then bring the ZTools in. You lost 5 hours of work the other night because I kept pressing escape on quick save. Oh, you know you were in a trance. Always, yeah, always save, always save. Also, one thing about quick save I'll say is if you go to preferences and you go down to where is it? Quick save right here. You can adjust some settings, and you can say how often you save. I set mine to 20 minutes. Sometimes. Yeah, I've crashed too many hard drives with projects. Absolutely. They just get enormous. They fill up like one project could fill your whole entire hard drive. So, hey, what's up, Ian? And then yeah, then your restoration, this skip history is if you want to store your history in the project or not. That is one big thing that projects save that ZTools do not. ZTools will not save your history, where projects will, and that's why they get so gigantic. So if you're doing something and you really want to save the history, save a project. And then this is the number of quick save projects that it will save before starting over and rewriting over the first one. I usually set mine to like, I don't know why it's set to 10. I usually set mine to like 4. I don't have many. I just kind of go through them, maybe 5. But sometimes, you know, maybe you want 10 and you want that history to go back through. So anyway. Okay. Hey, other Ian. Get this nose bridge a little tighter. Okay. One thing I want to do, this is going to be a big move, is I want to give me some more real estate underneath his eyes that I don't have. His eyes are kind of straight across from his muzzle. I want to raise this whole area up right here. I'll just use that with the gizmo and these pizza boxes. Oops, I don't want to raise the nose up. Just hide that for a second. Well, I don't want to scale it. Okay. Oh, I gotta switch this song. There's only one song on the Daft Punk album that I'm not a fan of. And that's Contact, just because it like repeats too much. Okay. Oh, thanks so much. think I'm going to make his nose lighter. But I just wanted a little more space down underneath his eyes. There we go. It is not Scooby-Doo. It's a Great Dane, I think, but I don't think it's Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. I can't show you guys. I was just going to show you. Yeah, look up Scooby-Doo and see what he looks like. He's a bit different. They're spheres. Yeah, you can see him in his head. There you go. Pretty big spheres in his head. Okay, I'm going to, let's see. I want to make his muzzle a different color, and I picture it lighter than his regular skin. Yeah, I've done Velma. That's true. Let's see if I like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. All right. Time you got? About a half an hour left? Okay, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. All right, thanks, Jimmy. Take care, man. Thanks for dropping by. Always a pleasure, my friend. I might take this a little further down, like that. I'm trying to decide if that's what I want to do or if I want to end it. Let's try something. I think I like it going around and having it the same. Okay. And I think I'm going to give him some, he's really old dog, and I need to give him some wrinkles. It's kind of, it's not that he's thick-necked, he's just wrinkle-necked. So I think I might give him, it doesn't show a collar in here, but I kind of want to give him a bit of a collar. Let's see. We'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. Let's see. No, BS. T. There you go. I've never been a huge fan of the standard brush, but sometimes it works okay for wrinkles. Okay. Hey Jefferson, how you doing? Mosin. Yeah, he's laughing. He's got those fat eyebrows, like Snidely Whiplash, or that dog from the Laugh Olympics. This guy reminds me of is his name Astro? Is that like from the Jetsons? Astro Muttley? Yeah, trying to remember. Like the Jetsons dog Astro. This kind of looks like that dog. How do you do tooths? Teeth. So I'll make the bottom teeth here in a little bit, but I just do insert meshes and then shape them, just like I do most of the stuff. Yeah, it's like an older Astro. Is that where I got these colors from in my brain? I need to look. Yeah, kind of, huh? Yeah, kind of. I mean, he's got kind of a brighter. Yeah, he's a bit Astro. Again, I can't show him on the stream or I'll get pinged for copyright, I think. Okay. Yeah, thin neck. This is like old Astro. Astro's growing old. And really kind of thin through here. And then another wrinkle on his neck from where it collides with the collar. he's seen some stuff. He's chased a car or two. Maybe a smaller one. James, I'm good, thanks. Welcome, welcome. All right, I'm gonna give him a little bit of brow. Oh, I keep going all over the place. Can't make up my mind. I'm listening to. All right, sorry, I gotta switch some stuff up here. Okay. Can't concentrate with that blare in my ear, whatever that was. Yeah. Elroy. That'd be fun to do some good stylized scopes of the Jetsons. Right, really enjoying the course. Finished the mini course yesterday and moving into the character design. Looking forward to it. Awesome, James. Thanks for the feedback. Welcome, welcome. See, I've always wondered what that is when the cursor is purple. I know the quick key is backslash, I believe, but what's its purpose? This is it's, let's see, I think it's Sculptress Pro. Yeah. So when you turn Sculptress Pro on, it turns purple. All right. I'm gonna just hide this lower jaw. Because I want to push it in, kind of dig into the surface a little bit. Give him a bit of gums. You guys watch the other live streamers? Like Ashley, did you use, if you're still here, did you use ZBrush Core Mini? Did you try that out? It's like that's what I did last week, is I was on ZBrush Core Mini and I made this bust and I made this duck. And then I watch all the other live streamers and they're just like creating this awesome stuff. I'm like, yeah, I made a duck. Didn't stream last week. Okay, you might try it. Oh, it might be in your wheelhouse. I don't know. Okay, what in the world happened here? It's got some rogue faces. Duck was awesome. Oh, thank you. I was just seeing all the other streamers, what they were doing with it. I was like, oh man, what am I doing here? Okay. But just relax. It has Snake Hook Brush and Sculptress Pro. So there you go. You should be good to go. Yeah, yeah. You got your go-to in there. So with my struggle was you can't really duplicate shapes, and my whole shtick is all about oh yeah, masking. Masking's huge. My whole shtick is like duplicating simplified objects, sticking them together, and then, you know, stitching them and going for it. But yeah, so it's like sometimes it's nice to give yourself a challenge and a box to work within and see if you can kind of do the things you do, but within the box, right? It's interesting. I'm looking at Astro, and Astro's head, it's shaped very, it has kind of a peak. It goes to the top up here, and it widens out down here quite a bit. Just wanted to see what that looked like. I squoze this up here a little bit and pulled this out down here more. Not that this is Astro, but I kind of wanted to take a cue from it. I know, James. It's so ZBrush Core Mini is basically designed to make you want ZBrush. Not gonna lie, and it does its job well. It just makes you long for the other bits. Yeah, you know what? I'm not a very big masker, only on certain things. Like, for example, for this, I wanted to raise his head up, the top of his head, and I couldn't do that without masking. But yeah, I don't use it as much as probably I should, but let's see. Do a little lower. James. Duck was awesome. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for making me feel better. Like, Pablo scopes these awesome, like, bugs, like super detailed bugs. I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I made this duck. Okay, what am I doing? There we go. Okay. just shape these. Somebody's asking about how do you make the teeth. You just put some spheres in there and then shape them like teeth. It gets a little tricky when you're working close to the center line, because you can't like you can't pull it close to the center line. You can with the gizmo. You can actually cross the streams, cross the center point. You don't. I typically leave a tiny space in between there like that. Relying on masking ain't so bad. In real life, you can mask up stuff too. Not having masks is like putting on chains on a totally functioning person's arms while they work. Oh, so true. So true. I mean, how do you airbrush without masking? I guess you just, I don't know how you would do it. It's kind of part of the thing. You can just hold down control and duplicate these to make more. You know what? Actually, before I do that, I'm going to squish these down to make them more like teeth. Well, it's kind of like floor is lava, right? Like, get over to the other side of the room without touching the floor. That's like, let's sculpt the thing without using masking, you know? Like that's your challenge. You accept it. Then Pavlovich making some crazy stuff. I don't think he was using Core though, or Core Mini. He was just using Core, so he cheated a little bit. Yeah, no, no handlebars. Oh gosh, it's funny you say that because well, I'm kind of embarrassing, but I can ride a unicycle. Oh, it's one of those things. Speaking of no handlebars, I need to get my unicycle out. It's getting springtime. It's about time to ride it again. I have one with a fat wheel. Hey, what's up, Carlos? Good to see you, man. Make these sharper. These are canine teeth. Your talent, not well, you know, but it's associated with the circus, right? It's like, oh, circus. You want to see the photos on the unicycle? I think. Hold on a second. I don't know if I have some rightly available. I don't know where they would be. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to find them. That's true. Don't be ashamed of being clown-like. Oh, that's hilarious. Are you clown-like? Let's pull these kind of jowls in a bit. They're kind of older dog floppy. I made him quite wide. Where did his eyes go? There we go. Yeah, I've been known to juggle a bit. I like doing silly things. And the next question is, can I juggle while riding a unicycle? A bit. just enough to say I can, and that's about it. Let's see. I'm all over the place with this guy today. Still got to give him some brows and juggling is a nice pastime. Like it's a nice like Zen kind of thing to do because you just my Dex is dumping stuff. You stuck it all in charisma, huh? Oh, sorry. Yeah, my charisma is my dumping. No, um, what was I trying to say? Yeah, and it's really fun to learn how to pass with people too, like pass pins and pass like sand. I was gonna say sandbags. Those sand-filled things. I don't know what they're called. Let's see. Yeah, sandbag. I have juggled a bowling ball before, but not sandbags. What are they called? Sandbags. Sandbagging. Come on, just do it. Oh my gosh, this drives me crazy when it won't. You turn the draw size down to 1 and tap on the surface. Ugh, there it goes. Okay. Split on mass points. Haystacks? No, they're like balls, like juggling balls, but they're full of sand. They're not hacky. They're kind of like hacky sacks, but they're not. They're like they're like what you play. You guys know what cornhole is? Not yeah, sandy. So they're like the bags that you use with cornhole. This is going crazy off the deep end. Okay. Bean bags. Bean bags. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you. Okay. Juggle the sandy ball. That's something else entirely. Okay, let's see. Dynamic. I make all sorts of jokes, but I'd get in trouble and then I wouldn't be streaming on Pixologic anymore. Let's see, crease, uncrease all, turn this off. There we go. All right. Shut up, Beavis. I don't know why they named that game Cornhole. I guess I kind of do, just so they could say Cornhole, but shut up, butthead. I haven't done that for a long time. Yeah, yeah. You said cornhole. Those guys are fun. Haven't watched that forever. I'm an MTV kid. Are you kidding? Thanks, Ryan. Are you threatening me? It's been too long. Another hidden talent that I don't share too often is I play harmonica too. Sometimes. Need to break that out more. I've actually thought about teaching harmonica on YouTube. Yeah, right, Tom? It's like, oh, yeah, that juggling's okay. Unicycling, that's pretty cool. Harmonica. I kind of fit it all into that. I'm into geeky crap stuff. Oh, is the stream having issues? You're on Twitch. It should be good. I don't know what's going on. Anybody else having issues? I don't even know where my harmonicas are. You know, I think I'm going to do an eyelid that's drawn on. Nothing but issues on Twitch. That is true. No issues? I thought that's what you meant by popping in and out. Like the audio is popping in and out. Sorry, misunderstood. Oh no, are you serious? My neck's got issues. So you're like turning like 1980s Batman? Like that sucks. I'm sorry. I'm doing Ern's abs chatting. I still don't know what that is. Okay. Split. Oh, I see. Got you, got you. Ern's and chatting. Got you. Okay. I'm like, what? I wish yeah, I need to set up some defaults. I don't know. You have a keg and you like to pet it. I used to have a keg. I have to say. But I started eating like plants. And my keg went away. My phone autocorrects to abs when I type. Abs, you know, abs. Drag these down. All right. 90%. What's my favorite? We should talk. If you want, message me, Ash, and I'll tell you. So one of the easiest things that I do, well, oatmeal in the mornings with blueberries and that business. And, but I found this, it's made by the Tattooed Chef. It's like a bag of greens. It's like the perfect amount. You just toss it in the microwave, and it's like, it's amazing stuff. And it's slightly, it's got onions and stuff in it. It tastes really good. And I spice it up and stick it over brown rice, and good to go. I have that every single day over at for my lunch. Makes it easy. And for dinners, I just kind of do like this minestrone soup that I found that's super good. I think we're making that tonight, actually. We'll see. But one tip I can give you, and I don't know why people are so obsessed of trying to make vegetables like be more like meat, you know, like Beyond Meat and stuff like that. It's like, no, just eat it. They're vegetables. Just eat them. You know, don't try and make them what they're not. You know, you're just gonna disappoint yourself. Bring your abs over now. Let me clean my garage. Oh man, what is Z cut? The right side of Z add on your screen. Are you talking about Z add and Z subtract? So normally brushes will add by default. Well, not all of them. So like this one is default subtract. And so if I hold down shift, well, sorry. If I hold down alt, it will do the opposite of whatever the default of the brush is. So it's just add subtract. Can't see vegetables, not even the photo. What are you talking? Let me see this from the side. I'm liking this guy. Potato soup. Yeah, potato soup's awesome. But anyway, what I was on my little soapbox about is like, you'll see these recipes, these vegetable recipes trying to be meat-like, and they just fail every time. Like, don't try and make a meatloaf that's all like veggie meatloaf. Don't do it. You know, don't try to make meat into cheese, or don't try and make veggies into cheese. That's not what they are. That's my rant anyway. It's like, just find your favorite veggies and slap them together and figure something out that way. And I can't believe how you can make noodles out of chickpeas. That was my latest find, is because you know, like the bleached flour, bleached wheat, that kind of stuff, that's not so good. Cover that bacon seasoning, throw out your bacon. Yeah, chickpea noodles. Yeah, who knew? They're great. Yeah, I like those with stir fry veggies. This bag of stir fry veggies from Costco. You just like, there's actually chickpea ramen that you can make. You just slap those things together. Use like coconut aminos, which is essentially like a super low salt soy sauce, but it's made of coconuts, which is, who knew? I didn't even know that stuff. Yep, maple syrup. I use maple syrup in my oatmeal in the mornings. And honey, I didn't know this either. If you get local honey from if you get local honey, it will help you with your allergies. If you eat local honey like daily or whatever. Where's Z cut that you're talking about? It's in the middle of Z sub and Z add. Oh, this right here, cut into. Let me see if these have. certain brushes will have it. You know, I'm just going to be blatant right now. I never look up here. I could pull these off of my user interface and not care. I don't know. So I bet certain brushes like use that and I don't even know. Yeah. So I would ignore it. I mean, it's grayed out right now. I don't even know what brushes use it or how it works, but yeah. So sorry, I don't have the answer to that. I don't pay attention to it. Close this. Oh, that's not that much. Gosh. Here we go. Hey, Hugo, thanks. Yeah, a good one is chickpea noodles with like organic spaghetti sauce is really good, or spaghetti sauce you can make on your own. That's a good one. And the hardest for me is cooking without much oil. So you can use a little bit of olive oil, like virgin olive oil, but try and stay away from like the vegetable oils and stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of Indian food for sure. Curries. Yeah, if you look for it, it exists and it's good. You'd be surprised. I was surprised. But it's very, very difficult eating out unless you're in a big city. Will drawing, yeah, any art related skills will definitely help you for sure. It looks like I am past time, but I just wanted to let me give him some pupils. Yeah, lots of curries. You are welcome. Yeah, it was a fun one today. Here, let's turn on perspective. Let's take a look at this guy. There's a lot of stuff I still want to do with him. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that's difficult to eat out, right? Because then it kind of forces you to make better food. Yeah, Ash, hope you get feeling better. Okay. And fake meat is still processed too. So that's why I say just avoid it. Just don't do it. All right, you guys. Yep, here we go. We're going to wrap this up for today. There he is. I need to color in his mouth, but yeah, I don't even know what to name this guy, but he's a lot of fun. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me today. Appreciate it. Scooby. Thanks, Lucky. It's not Scoob, but it's close. It's like his brother. It's like his grandpa or something. Yeah, and cheese is hard, Ashley. I'm not gonna lie. Cheese is hard. But yeah, that's probably been the hardest thing for me. And sugar. Sugar is also a difficult one. But anyway, thank you very much. Yes, I give away my user interface and these brushes over on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. If you're interested in grabbing those, just head over there. scroll about halfway down the page and you'll see them. And I also teach a course online. If you want to learn how to make stylized characters like this, feel free to check it out and join us. We'd be happy to have you. So, all right, everybody, take care, and thanks for hanging out, and have a wonderful week. Thanks for everything. All right, take care. Keep sculpting. As always, see you later.